start now, I thought. Yeah. How are we all doing? We all good? Trying something out today, trying something new. I'll just wait a couple of minutes before we start fully, before I unbox my wine. Unbox my wine. What's up, folks? How we all doing? We all good? Alright, I guess we can just start. I might as well just open the wine. If you're new to the stream, what we like to do, first of all, for healthy reasons, is to crack open a wee wine, and then just sort of hang around. Normally just to answer questions or just chat about whatever. I've got no plan today except trying out some voice is better now. Is that better? I'm working with a off-board amplifier, so there's going to be some teething things here, but we'll see what we can do. There we go. It sounds different on the through the headphones than it does through your end for some reason. Still a little quiet. That any better? Oh, that sounds very loud to me. So, how is... Fucking hell. Don't need the headphones right now. How is everyone doing? New year, new everyone? Ready to fuck around and find out what a new year... Oh, you had your volume turned down. Okay, cool. Good job, Red Tick Seed. Coming in here and making me shit myself. So the sort of a thing I had going for this stream, what I was thinking was just sort of hang around intermittently between chatting, fucking about on my loop pedal and making some loops. I was thinking you could, if anyone wanted, they could request a genre that I can try and approximate with probably varying degrees of success to try and make it some sort of loop out of and fuck around out of on the guitar. See how that goes. Hello Altair, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, how's that all sound to everyone? Sound off in chat if that sounds like a fun idea. Cause I've got no DIY folk punk. Fucking hell. We're not starting with the nice and easy ones. I don't know what that is. DIY folk punk. Yeah, so I guess we could just sort of, if folk have anything they want to chat about, fire away in the chat. I have no plans, nothing thinking of doing tonight. I've been in the throes of editing. What's up, Sinan? How's it going? People should follow Sinan on Twitch and YouTube. There you go. Chicken Run 2. Oh, I guess we could talk about what my thoughts for Chicken Run 2 are so far. Alright, so Chicken Run 2. I'm worried. I'm worried. Because what can they do? Like, they had perfection. How do they improve on that? And it's a real challenge. I'm thinking of like the title of it, the Dawn of the Nugget, and that really just like they're making pies. Yeah, they're making a sequel. Bilbo Boggins. They're making a sequel. straight to Netflix, I believe, uh, and it's called Chicken Run colon the birth of the nugget. And I think that might be an ironic double meaning. In the first instance, they're having a chick, so like a nugget, get it. For the second, maybe there's some sort of extra processing, extra industrial farming that's being expanded throughout the whole sort of farmland area to turn the chickens not just into pies but into nuggets. Um, that's where my thoughts are right now, and they'll have to sort of maybe expand the revolutionary acts. They have to expand the revolutionary acts to the broader countryside rather than just the confines of their chicken farms. That's one possibility. Um, oh, I hope it's not a callback to Birth of a Nation. That would be insane. That would be an insane thing to do a callback to. Um, I'm worried. I hope it's as good. It's guaranteed content for me because I think legally I will have to do a video on it when it comes out. So I guess that's good. But maybe I won't love it as much as the original. We'll see. Hope Mel Gibson isn't involved. I'll actually sue John if it doesn't do a video. Yeah, that's fair. I would deserve that. As the leading academic in chicken run studies at this point, I kind of have to. I hope Mel Gibson isn't involved, but I did hear that horrible story. Wasn't like the woman who played Ginger told that she sounded too old to play Ginger now, or something? Thanks. What's Therapy? It's a nice guitar. We'll get to it in a minute. But so I remember seeing that story. It would be horrible if Mel Gibson was involved because fuck that guy. Fuck that guy so hard. How do you sound? I guess people sound old, but it's still not like a good thing to tell someone. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I'm making it up in the back of my mind, or maybe it was fake news. I just remember seeing something like that. So that would be bad. So that's my thoughts so hard. General, so hard? So far. I've thought so hard about this. That's my general feelings about Chicken Run 2 at this moment. General worry. I do hope the chickens uproot global capitalism. I hope that they... where... Zachary's gonna... Rocky's gonna be Zachary Levi. Okay, I can dig that. Yeah. Zachary Levi, he's not a raging anti-Semite, so that's good. We tend to enjoy those, so I'm glad to hear that. Still, is Zachary Levi, he's American? Is he American or is he Canadian? Because they sometimes sneak in the Canadians. You think you're making fun of an American, and they happen to be a Canadian, and you're like, I still want to make fun of you, but slightly differently. We're coming for the Canadians on this stream. No Canadian is safe. Apparently. An actor from the Great Satan. Oh, America. Okay, cool. American. He's not a secret Canadian. Cool. Yeah. So that's good. So that's all my thoughts for this. For Chicken Run so far. Not much else to say. We've just got a title, really. I had about like 9 people send me the news, as if I wasn't already on obviously on top of all that shit. If I didn't have Google alerts set up for that stuff, like I'm a professional Chicken Run commentator, so obviously I am aware of all of the new developments. I don't need 900 people sending me the title of it. I'm on it. So people shouldn't. You don't have to worry about that shit. Just remember that. Yeah. New Wallace and Gromit is coming out. Ooh. I was never as much into Wallace and Gromit, if I'm going to be honest. And like it wasn't a big thing for me. I always just liked Chicken Run. I don't get a newsletter. I have spies in the admin facilities. I have contacts, and they feed me information. They're actually feeding me it right now. I have an earpiece in, so that's I'm ahead of the newsletter. I've got that unfiltered shit coming straight from Admin Studios. So basically, aside from Chicken Run, stuff I've been thinking about today has been the next video, which will be out next week. It was supposed to be out this week, but my editing software has been absolutely dog shit for the past few days. For some reason, it's just been like crashing every few minutes, and it's been a nightmare to get through the edit. But it's coming together slowly. Hopefully interesting. Michael, you can join at any point. You can join or drop at any point. We are very chill here. There's nothing really going on. We're talking shit. Feel free to disrupt the conversation. I'm gonna drink a bottle of wine and play some guitar. It's gonna be fine. You don't have to worry your little head about it. Yeah, so the next video is just editing now. It should be finished, the main edit, tomorrow. I still don't have a good title for it. That's not ideal. I'd rather have a good title for it. I want to think something. It's quite a dense video and lots of stuff that I'm sure not many people are that interested in. So I kind of want a title that tricks people into watching it. Something like how neoliberalism changes who you are, or something like that. Some fucking clickbait shit. Because right now it's just provisionally like primitive accumulation and subjectification. Are these connected through social reproduction? And it's like, oh my god. So that's not on. That's not a good title. So that's the main drive. It's been the main drive. Aside from that, should we crack out the guitar and see what we can come up with? How neoliberalism changes your DNA. That's alright. How neoliberalism warps your mind. Yeah, it's something. So the thing is, like, it's all about like how neoliberalism creates certain subjects, certain people. They tried neoliberalism. You won't believe what happened next. I might save that for a video on neoliberal fascism. I might do. Yeah, so the video is all about like how neoliberalism creates certain subjectivities, seeks to change who you are and how that's disaggregated along class and racial and gendered lines. So it's like it wants to change. Yeah, it's kind of about how it changes you, or how it forces you into particular ways of life. It's not even really how it changes your mind, because the argument is kind of deeper than that surface level like mindset. It kind of like alters where you go materially, like via the labour that you're supposed to do, and what happens if you don't do that. Yeah, I'll think of something. How neoliberalism changes your personality exposed. I'll put it to the patrons when I put up the draft tomorrow evening, probably, and see what they think. For everyone else, that video will be out next week. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. What's a good day for videos to go out? Maybe Sunday. I don't know. At some point next week, from Sunday onwards, we can count Sunday as next week. Yeah, that's basically what's going on. Make a nice chili. Neo-bimbofication. I do like that. That would be an interesting video to do. The concept of bimbofication and how it's related to current late capitalism. Not Fridays. I've put videos out on Fridays and they've been okay, but yeah, I get not Friday because people want to just go out and drink. Nobody wants to watch a 45-minute analysis of primitive accumulation and subjectification. Um, everyone uploads on Fridays. Ah, yeah. It won't be Friday anyway because it won't be ready for a good time on Friday. I maybe I don't want to wait too late. Um, um, maybe maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I'd say. Um, get a new one to go for the Gramsci one. Aye. How neoliberalism controls your life is a good one. Is a good idea because like there's plenty of mention of biopolitics in that. Um, yeah, that might be a good shout. Um, Sunday, late Tuesday, all good suggestions of days of the week. We'll see. We'll see how I feel it. Oftentimes when I've got a video just ready to go out, I just like get bored and post it. So we'll see how long I can hold up. A new hoodie image. All right. Let's crack out some guitar. What what genre of thing would you like me to improvise some sort of shit to? We get like a choice to like something sort of disco. Oh my god, Red Tixie, don't do that. If you do that, I will block you on every platform. No Milton Friedman. Psychedelic metal, can't do that, not that talented. Um, we're gonna choose the first one. First one off the go. We're just gonna make some fucking funk. Um, Mountain Goats core. That is good. I do like the Mountain Goats. Um, uh, oh Jesus, Red Tixie, you're gonna kill me. Let's get some fucking music going. Thank you, Sam Kuzel. I hope that's probably a butchering of your name. I'm not very cool, so thanks for saying that. Where have I put my plectrum? Oh, the eternal struggle. 1 second, I'm gonna turn off the mic while I search for that. Mic back on. Don't worry. Why are people apologizing for being late? Like, there's nothing going on here. We're not creating art. This is bullshit that we're doing. We're not doing anything interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take one more sip of wine, and then we're gonna do some shit. I shouldn't have asked chat. I had this like thought, oh well, I'll ask chat about shit, and then I remembered that you're all fucking sarky bastards, and will just make me fuck around and just try and play nonsense. All right, I'm gonna turn the mic down, or else you'll hear it through both. Okay, I'm gonna do something. Let's just see what comes out. No plan. Let's just see what comes out. Anyone suggests Wonderwall again? That is teetering on the edge of block. Fucked up that loop. I have the worst. Loop pedal. By the way, just a terrible loop pedal that records 30 seconds of loop, and I fuck it up every time. It's bad. So we'll try that again. Hey, we got it that time. There we go. We got it that time. Let's see what comes up next. Let's see what we can come up with from that bass. Daniel Sloss, you're my fave. I don't think I look like Daniel Sloss. You're just confusing one Scottish person for another. I hope I spell. It's not the 30 sec. The issue is not that it's too long. It's that it's too short. And like, you can't just stop it when you want and have it loop back. It's a shit pedal. You have to fit. Yeah, you've got to use a BPM that fits into 30 seconds. It's not good. It's not a good loop pedal. One day I will update it, but not right now. Still defending being called Daniel Sloss there. How best to make percussion with your guitar? I don't think it's possible. There's not much percussion that you can do with the guitar. Beside the odd just like fucking hitting it, like you just kind of have to do percussive like parts that fit that up. Yeah, we've got some vibes going. What's the wine? I should be able to pronounce this. McGuigan Reserve Chardonnay. It was on deal in Sainsbury's down from £7.50 to £6, which is as every sommelier, wine sommeliers. That's how I pronounce that. Sommelier. As every wine sommelier will. Hey, look, come on. We are not living in the fucking lap of luxury here. Every sommelier will tell you that if you want a good wine, you look for the stuff that's reduced, and then you can get something better than what you can afford. So you always look for the red reduced sign. That's what the sommeliers will tell you. Do you ever mess around with Logic or GarageBand for loops, or just with the pedal? Just with the pedal so far. I'm wanting to get on to making stuff again, and there is a Patreon goal, which I need to make a song for. I need to get round to that, and I would basically put an extra L in Slamelli. There's L's and Slamelli's in places. Who knows? Do a drinking challenge, make a lead part in polyrhythm, and if you mess up, you must take a smallish sip. That sounds bad. That sounds like I would get fucked. What was I saying? Oh yes, I want to so I've been recommended the software Reaper. So I want to get that, and I want to start messing around with some fuck, I lost my train of thought again. I want to make some synthy shit and some back to making music again, because my personality is just reading and making videos about the things I read, and that's not a very good personality. There's not much there. So I'm adding some worse stuff by making music, and the reading and making videos about reading can only be the second worst thing about me. Reaper, yeah, I've heard Reaper was recommended by a friend of mine who's in a band and makes music professionally. Recommended by him through my brother. Canatas. I don't have any reverb. That's the problem. My reverb pedal is the one that I have to do looping. So I don't have any access to reverb. The only thing I can do is add some fucking stanky distortion. We'll see what happens. Let's do some fucking around here. See what turns up. I'll see you later. Hope I smile. I did have Ableton Live. I used to have Ableton. Ableton was the program I used for ages. If you know, the music that I made from and the introduction music to the videos and all the stuff that's on my Bandcamp is all made with Ableton. But I had a cracked Ableton. I had a cracked version of Ableton, and I just don't have that anymore because I got a new computer and I don't have access to it. So I use something free, and that's very annoying. I don't know how to crack stuff, and I feel nervous about downloading anything ever. So I'd not be able to do that. But I thought Ableton was fine. I kind of enjoyed using Ableton. I got used to it after a while, but I didn't have any access to any synths or anything. I'll get back to that. Yeah, call the internet police on me. Fucking, they'll come rappelling through my windows. Um, if I asked Reddit if it's safe to download, and then I used to do that, and then I didn't, and then I don't anymore. Um, it, it's amazing, you know. What's that? Spehizzle? Sorry, I'm bad at usernames. It's amazing how well that video did. I did not expect that. I thought like 200 people would be like, huh, John's finally made a stupid chicken run video, and then it got like, I mean, it's sitting at like 85,000 views, which is insane. That's an insane number of people to watch, and I can't stress this enough. A shit post. Like, I'm glad that it's helpful for people. I really am. That it helps them understand certain topics, and nothing in there isn't like it's all true, but there's like, it's a shit post. It's a new year, new me. I was considering just downing the rest of this wine, but it's a deceptive amount. Alright, let's change the song. Let's change the vibes up a bit. Taking media way too seriously. I will not play Freebird. I have some self-respect left. Alright, let's see what we can come up with. Let's get something a bit more upbeat, a bit more dancey. Fucked that up, but there's something there. Someone fucked something up. Okay, I'm gonna try that again because there was something there, but it was a bit weird, and I fucked it up. that's something. We got something here. A syncopated counter melody bass line thing. Syncopated counter melody. Okay, we'll think about that while I grab another wine. It's gonna get worse as I get through this bottle, by the way. Syncopated, pick something in the bass. Okay, let's see. Something as low as I can. The bass is it's in B, so the bass is already. There's not much lower I can go. Don't think I can get much more syncopated on the bass line level, but we'll see what we can do in sort of mid range. C, excuse me. A Doctor Who rant. Oh, I can do a Doctor Who rant. If you get. Let's get through the wine and then I'll give you a Doctor Who rant. That's enough from that one. I'm not feeling this one quite as much. Not feeling that one quite as much. We'll see, we'll have a wee break and see what's up. Anyone got any more things? Not Doctor Who yet. Will we do Doctor Who yet? Because I can talk about Doctor Who. If I start talking about Doctor Who, we'll be talking about Doctor Who for a long time. So if I start talking about it now, oh fuck, I'm gonna start talking about it. That last series of Doctor Who, oh boy, was that bad. You know, let's talk about the Christmas episode for a second. Sorry for people who don't like Doctor Who, but this is the stream now. The Christmas episode of Doctor Who. Did I watch the very long video on the newest season? I haven't. I don't have all that much time to watch YouTube videos anymore, which is a shame because there's so many people making good stuff. But I haven't seen that very long video on it. But we'll start with the Christmas episode or the New Year episode or whatever, because like that was the most competent that Doctor Who has been in a while, right? That was the best episode they've done in a while. It wasn't great, but it was the best episode they've done in a while, because basically they were ripping off a very easy concept. They were just like, oh, Groundhog Day, easy, time loop, we're done. This is easy, you don't need to do much. Go through a time loop. It didn't really have any themes, to be honest. It was just a time loop, but it was functional and fine. But there was a moment in that episode There was a moment in that episode where the woman played by comedian, is it Aisling B, the comedian, the guy was handing her a box of Monopoly, and she said, there's nothing potentially explosive in this, is there? Because she works in like a storage facility or something. It's like, yeah, so this guy's handing something into a storage facility, and the woman in the reception's like, there's nothing potentially explosive in here, and he hands her a box of Monopoly. And the obvious joke, right, the obvious joke to make there is to say, Monopoly can be explosive, just play it with your family, or something along those lines. But they don't make that. They don't make that joke, and it's not even like they don't make that joke because they're winking at making that joke and then subvert it. They just don't think of making that joke. And that's insane. Like, if I was writing an episode of Doctor Who, and I would have written that better, and that's not a good feeling. I should not be able to write the episode of Doctor Who better than the writers. That's bad. It's a bad moment, and that specific moment ruined the rest of the episode for me. Jodie Foster is an actress, who was in she was in Silence of the Lambs. Jodie Foster, not the Doctor. But that one episode annoyed me. That one moment in that episode annoyed me so much. And then, but that was a more competent episode at least. It was like they shoehorned in some drama, some stuff, but it was like, oh, the other thing that annoyed me in that episode, the whole thing was about the TARDIS remaking itself, and when they go back into the TARDIS, it's just the same. Like, they had the opportunity to make the TARDIS not look like shit, not be crap to film in, and not be dark and rubbish, but they just kept it the same. Why? I mean, Jodie Whittaker wasn't in Silence of the Lambs, to be fair. Yes, they did all this thing. Oh, the TARDIS is exploding. It needs to fix itself. It needs to reform, and it's just kept the same. It's like, what was the point of any of this stupid, annoying part of that episode? Yeah. So that those were the main things that annoyed me about the New Year episode. The series as a whole, like, oh, they added an extra lever. Yeah. The series as a whole, like, previously, like, what was going on? It wasn't like, this is complicated, and you need to, like, pay attention to figure it out. It was, this is bad and confused, and nobody really has any character arc. The Doctor at the end of it commits several genocides and is just smiling and laughing the whole way through it, which, and David Tennant's last sort of series, like the End of Time, the genocide of the Daleks that he does is very clearly signposted as bad enough to exile him to a different universe. But Jodie Whittaker's just like, hey, yeah, hell yeah, not just one genocide, but several genocides. It's like, hey, fucking brilliant. Maybe it was a reference to the time Tennant was going to regenerate, and was like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think this show is smart enough to make any sort of comment on anything. What was it like? What the good things about the last series. I liked how camp the villains were. I liked how they were just going for it. I liked the big hairy dog men. I loved he was great. Loved them. What else? What else was good? I guess some of the production design was good. There was that wild story, that wild plot point in this series where one of the characters was travelling to find another one. I don't know why we were supposed to care about this character or the other one. It wasn't made clear to us. But she was traveling across the universe to find another character who she was in love with, and she had this like Tamagotchi thing the whole way through, and uh, like at the end of the series, it's revealed that this Tamagotchi thing is like an unborn child that has sentience. An unborn child to the degree that the woman isn't showing pregnancy at all, so like a collection of cells that has sentience, and you're just like, just saying to the writers, just think, just stop and think about what you're implying here, because this is so dumb and it's so reactionary, and you don't. It's not like you're making any kind of like statement. I don't think you believe you're making any statement, but you didn't think about it for a second. I couldn't believe it when that was revealed. I was like, fucking hell, guys, fucking hell. Like, get a grip. Like, put it through an editor. Let one woman look at it before you press send on that script. That was bad. Then there was like, so all the stuff with like the Doctor's past lives and stuff. That's just bad, and they should have just left that. Like that is just, it's straight up bad. It doesn't like mean anything. It's just stupid. So we don't really have to talk about that for very long. Cause like it's whatever. Okay, I guess we all got to talk about it because that is very stupid. But like, the Doctor is a time traveler. You would think if they had hundreds of thousands of lives that they didn't remember, so didn't know that they had to avoid those lives, like is implied throughout the rest of the series, you'd think they'd maybe bump into these different eras of Gallifrey or different eras of their own lives. Like, that's just stupid. It's just stupid. I don't know how they're gonna salvage that shit. Then in the actual plot line of that series, they were like, what was the point of the villains? Like, this is a consistent theme with every Chibnall era thing. It's like, they have these villains. Yeah, the Doctor being a Time Lord makes sense. Like, the Doctor being, and not even like a particularly like exceptional Time Lord in terms of like who they were. Like, you know, it's like it's said over and over again that Doctor was fairly average student, and what makes them exceptional is that they're willing to be like to step out of Time Lord convention and save people and do things that are extraordinary rather than just being like dusty academic types. That's like the whole thing, right? The Doctor being kind, it's not just about the Doctor being super smart. And that's like one thing. Russell T Davies was a bit bad about that, but Stephen Moffat was very bad about that. But like that whole how did the plot point of the Time Lords having 12 regenerations get explained? That plot point got explained. They just sent through extra regeneration energy into Matt Smith's time, into Matt Smith's body or something. I think so. I don't think the timeless. I think the timeless child stuff misunderstands who the Doctor is. I think that they could have, what I thought they were going to do is like make the Master like the timeless child, and like that would not be great, but it would make sense. It would make some sense of the Master about why the Master is the way that he is, and it would justify the Master murdering everyone at the end. Like everyone in Gallifrey is dead again. Is everyone in Gallifrey dead? We don't know. That would make more sense than whatever's going on right now. Yeah, and then there's this and just the last series, the stuff that got me. I think what got me the most was how the villains were dispatched. That like the villains in the whole series, the big camp fun villains, they just got dispatched by not even the Doctor doing anything, but time being like, oh, you're served your purpose, so fuck off, and then not killing the Doctor, and then something, and that's just like a consistent theme in the Chibnall era. Is like they set up these monsters, these threatening monsters, and they do lots of work into characterizing them. Then in the last 5 minutes, they get defeated, but not by the Doctor, but usually by some random coincidence that happens, or someone outside the Doctor's control, and the Doctor's left looking like, huh? 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 What just happened? I've made the Doctor American now there. Hey, what's just happened? Hey, it's Harker, how's it going? Everyone subscribe to Harker the Storyteller. Great content creator. Because the Master's the Doctor's equal opposite. He's all ambition. He thinks he's better than everyone else. I don't know what it was. I just don't buy that, Michael. I just think it's kind of bad. And then the weird thing, the weird thing at the end was like, oh, the one who was the head of this secret society is the Doctor's mum, who wants to kill the Doctor because the Doctor's too dangerous. It's like, what? This is why was this set up previously? Is the Doctor's mum? I don't think Doctor Who should finish. I think Doctor Who needs a fucking solid reboot with everything about it, and maybe delete. Find a way to get round and delete whatever Chris Chibnall has done. This whole like extra lives thing is just because he saw an episode once that had extra Doctors in it, and that's it. And, God, it's so shit. Oh man, I'm glad that Russell T. Brain and Morbius, that was it. I'm glad that Russell T. Davies is coming back, but he's got a hard job in front of him. Like, I don't know how he's gonna deal with that. I don't know how he's gonna deal with that. I feel sorry for I do feel sorry for Jodie Whittaker, because she's just had nothing to work with, and you get like flashes of when she could have had something to work with and when she could have been good. Like, there are moments in like the haunted house one with Mary Shelley and the Cyberman, where you're like, okay, she could be a good Doctor if she's clearly being directed to act in ways that are Jodie Whittaker, Jodie Foster, and she's clearly being directed to act in ways that are reminiscent of Tenants to try and make it exciting or relevant again. But that's just not fair, and she's not getting to be herself, and she's got fuck all to work with, and that's a shame. Kablam, who's it that was mentioned? Kablam. Someone mentioned Kablam. They gave up after Kablam. Worst episode of Doctor Who, hands down. That was another one that you're just like, I don't think that they realised how hey, thank you, Akira. Welcome to the stream. We're just chatting about Doctor Who, drinking wine and playing some guitar in between things. Seeing what comes up. The Kablam episode was another example where I think that they didn't think through the implications. The implications of what they did. Michael, like, they could easily do a soft reboot, and they could be like, they could easily just be like, oh, it was a lie, and the Master sort of was fucking with you. Fuck it, forget it, we won't think about that again, and the Master could come in giggling, being a dickhead about stuff. Oh my god, remember that episode where the Doctor stripped away the Master's disguise and gave him to the Nazis when he looked like an Asian man. Oh boy, what a fucking horrible vibe that they gave the Doctor there. The workers are exploited. Yeah, the workers are exploited. Yeah, Annabelle and Red Tixied. Yeah, this is something that happened. It was like the New Year episode, maybe last year, maybe the year before. Um, uh, it was the New Year episode, um, and like the Master was revealed to be this character, um, and the the Doctor defeated him by stripping away. He was posing as a Nazi, and he had like a perception filter that made them think he was he was Aryan, and she stripped away the perception filter and then handed him to the Nazis and was like, "Haha, I've won." It was so bad. I was like, come on, guys. Where's the second draft of this? Chris Chibnall does not understand the character. Essentially, is what one of the myriad of problems, but the central one is that he doesn't understand the character. So that was bad. No, this was a couple of years ago. I thought Dewan was good as the Master. I think he would have been a good Master for the Matt Smith era. I think this is something that's another problem with the series, is that they're trying to play on the nostalgia of when it was better too much. So he's clearly like a dark reflection of Matt Smith's Doctor, like the long purple coat, the kind of like the hand gestures and everything, is all very Matt Smithy. So he probably would have been a better Master for that Doctor. Doesn't make as much sense as for Jodie Whittaker's. So it's weird. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, it was so bad. Um, I did a rewatch of Doctor Who from 2005 at the start of the pandemic, and I genuinely I got to the Jodie Whittaker um, uh, Chibnall era, and I got to like one episode and just stopped watching because it's not even like fun bad, because a lot of it's just boring and really just it's impossible to follow. You don't know what's going on. The writing's awful. There's absolutely no chemistry between any of the companions and the Doctor. Um, I the, oh, 1 second. So there was never any chemistry between any of the Doctor's companions and the Doctors, or between each other. The only one that had any chemistry with the Doctor was Graham, played by the guy who does the chase. That the older guy. Like, he had some chemistry with him. He was kind of sweet and a nice sort of older guy, and that was a good dynamic. And I think if they just had him and the Doctor, then that could have been a good dynamic. But there was just no chemistry between any of them. And then they added John Bishop to the group, and he just, my God, he could not act. He that was some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. And the sort of cloying way that they sort of referred to each other by, like, Liverpool and, oh, Sheffield. It's like, fucking hell. This is so grim. This is so cloying. I hate it so much. Like, nobody gives a fuck about whatever weird 1990s fucking fake rivalry between Sheffield and Liverpool that people have. Nobody gives a fuck about that. It's not playing on anything. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, I hated it so much. Harker, you gave up after the first run of Matt Smith. I think my personal theory for Matt Smith's era is, like, Matt Smith's era is largely bad until his last series with Clara, and then like that last series is pretty good, where he's less sort of fucking tweed jacket bow tie parody. is just like that. He's actually the Doctor, and Christopher Eccleston's series is pretty good as well because I mean, the first one's kind of annoying and a lot like there's lots of like, am I a good man, and it's like fucking mate, you're a 3,000-year-old alien at this point. You should probably be fine with figuring out whether you're not a dickhead or not by this point. I've figured it out by, 27. So maybe by 3,000, you should be like, I'm probably fine. Your good and bad's relative. This, maybe figure this shit out. That annoyed me. But Christopher Eccleston was very, very good. Not Christopher Eccleston, sorry. Peter Capaldi was very, very good. And he kind of saved a lot of that shit, and particularly his last series was really good. The Heaven Sent episode is phenomenal. That's just like, fuck. That's maybe the best episode of Doctor Who there is Heaven Sent. The whale spaceship, I have conflicting feelings about. It's been a while since I saw it. I find a lot of Matt Smith just really annoying. The stuff like shouting Geronimo and the fucking tweed jacket, I was just like, ugh. It's just annoying. Yeah, like there's episodes that are alright in the Matt Smith era, and you look back on it now compared to what it's like now, and you're like, we didn't know we had it so good. Still, basically High Point is still Russell T Davies's era, both Eccleston and Tennant. Yeah, Moffat's writing is annoying. That is true. Moffat's writing is very annoying. David Tennant's Doctor was not Tony Blair Red Tixie. That is David Tennant's Doctor explicitly in David Tennant Doctor's first episode. He brings down the Prime Minister for attacking a ship that was retreating unprovoked. Tony Blair would have salivated at the chance to take down an alien spaceship that was retreating. That's an unfair comparison. I do know a good story about David Tennant though. I was reading an interview with him where he talked about when he first moved down to London as a young actor, and he was describing meeting people, meeting conservative actors for the first time, and he was saying, I met people who liked Margaret Thatcher for the first time, and I thought, who are these people? Do they go home and roast children on open fires? I've just never met anyone like that. Yeah, so I would bristle at the idea that David Tennant is Tony Blair. I think there are superficial differences, superficial similarities. And there was the episode of Dead Ringers where David Tennant played a regenerated Tony Blair, which kind of played into that. There's much more about the sort of Russell T Davies era that's more radical than people give it credit for. And it's just like David Tennant was great as the Doctor. You look back on David Tennant, on the Russell T Davies era, both Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant, you're like, this is just fucking good TV. It's just good. And it's much less bitty than the Moffat era, which has all Stephen Moffat's bullshit peppered in. Alright, that's a Doctor Who rant. I promised that on Discord. Let's try and let's chill down. I'll make a wee chilled song so we can chill down after that Doctor Who rant, and you can all don't forget the welfare state and the empty child. I remember that. We'll get some. Dabble, you missed the Doctor Who rant. we were talking. It was mainly about Chris Chibnall, um, and how terrible that era was. Uh, you can rewind and see me rant if you want to. It was but we will but we'll do some chilled out guitar for 5 minutes just to calm ourselves down. Um, I think it's brilliant. I don't know if it's Marxism in action or the plot of a West End musical. And yeah, another great moment. I don't know about any giant volcanoes. Guitar making model. I don't know exactly. It's a guitar I got from a friend I knew when I was working at the Armmoor in Glasgow. I bought it off second hand from a friend. It's an Epiphone something. It's really nice. I really like this guitar. It's I used to play. So when my brother used to live in Taiwan and Vietnam, and when he moved away, I just stole his Epiphone Les Paul. But then he came back, so I had to buy a new one, and I bought this one, and I really like it. I think it's a nice guitar. And it's really easy to play. Yes, Davil, I do mean Chris. Amazon's not too bad, Chibnall. Harmonics. We'll see. I can do some chilled out stuff. Silver Samaritan. I find it difficult to choose between Eccleston, Tennant, and see, Peter Capaldi. I think the problem with the writing in Peter Capaldi's era is so up and down, and so like you've got to deal with fucking what's his face, Stephen Moffat's writing. That holds him back a bit, but just as a doctor, he's so good, and he's so good at fucking delivering speeches. He's so good at what he does, and he understands who the Doctor is, much more than someone like Chris Chibnall does. Just like being kind and like caring about people, and just trying to do what's right in the face of so many circumstances. That I think Peter Capaldi is a very good Doctor. Hits it with some Rage Against the Machine. There we go. So that the Doctor Who thing. Hollow body. Yes, it's a hollow body. It doesn't sound great acoustic. You can probably hear it if I turn up. It's not nice, but you can hear it. Oh no, the internet police again. Oh, the Tonga volcano. Yeah, we don't want to bring stuff down, but yeah, Tonga's not in a good way right now because of that. Yeah, let's do some chill guitaring for a bit. Let's see what we can come up with. What do we think of that? my playing tends towards sadness and despair. It doesn't actually. My playing tends towards kind of fucked up a bit there. My playing tends towards more kind of on the two sides. It's got like this kind of chilled shit. There's almost like sort of soul funk influenced, and then on the other side it's like halfway between Queens of the Stone Age and the Strokes. That's like anytime I've been in bands, that's the sort of two vibes that have always come out most. I'm gonna fix that loop because I fucked up a bit. That's better. I'll pour another wine and then we'll get back to it. Absolutely, I love that comment so much. Of you saying you you remind me of me in a big way. I think that's such a lovely compliment. tend to repeat myself now, so that loop's probably done. Lovely bit of yeah, that was more chill. We're all chill now. No anger about Doctor Who. Nice and chilled out. Hey, Annabelle. I'm hoping to get more into making music again soon. So hopefully get some sort of more chilled stuff. I have that basically I've got that album up on Patreon. I'd like to maybe during the summer I'll try and make a full album again. Oh, maybe the summer's not too good. That'll be near my submission time. Maybe over the year. We'll see what goes on. I'd like to maybe get a full album length thing out again. That'd be nice. It's nice. I miss playing in a band. It's been years since I played in a band. So that guy watching. Yeah, I miss playing music. I remember one time I was playing with a band in Box in Glasgow, and the singer Emily Sandé was there, and afterwards we were like, me and the guys we were playing with, one of the guys was like, I'm gonna go and say hi to Emily Sandé, see what's up, and he went up to them, and this just giant bouncer, like, guy was bigger than me by a few inches. He must have been like 6'6" or something, 6'7". He just stood in front of him and just went, no, and the guy in my band just walked away. He was like, yeah, not happening. Yeah, I miss playing music with folk. It's a nice feeling to play music. When I was originally planning to move down here, and I still didn't know that I wouldn't have any funding, I thought I might have some time on my hands. I could treat PhD work like a job and then just work and then just have some free time. Imagine having free time. I considered looking for bands down here just to play with, but I've not had a chance. Yeah, I miss making music. Three topics you should never bring up in polite conversation unless you want a bloodbath: politics, religion, and who's the best Doctor Who. That is true. My God, we used to. I didn't go to Sleazy's much, but I went to Box quite a lot. We went to Box loads because Box, you had those £2 White Russians, and you could get fucking destroyed on your £2 White Russians at Box. That was a good vibe. I love Glasgow. I miss Glasgow a lot actually. But yeah, Box is a good night out. What we used to do, me and my friends used to do Box, and we used to go to Mango quite a lot. I think Mango is still open, but Mango's like a fun Spanish themed bar, and that was always fun to go to. I remember going into Mango one time in Glasgow. This is just Glasgow content. Nobody else gives a shit. This is Glasgow bar content. we were going into Mango in Glasgow, and me and my brother were there. My brother was fucked. That's just what happens. And we were standing in line, and the bouncer was looking at our IDs. He was looking at mine, and my brother, bless his heart, went up to the bouncer, was like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about him. He's just my wee brother. I'll look after him." And the bouncer looked at my brother and went, "Mate, he's here all the time. We're not worried about him. It's you we're worried about." And like, what a way to fucking fire off 2 jabs in one. Like, he's here all the time and it's you we're worried about. Whew, we really did fuck this shit out of Mango. Always there. Biggest musical influence on my playing style? Outside of teachers, I guess, like, it's gonna be so normie. It's like it's a sort of half. It's like funk shit. I've always liked funk and disco stuff. So folk like Jungle these days are really good at that. I'm getting some good funk playing in, and that's not even like if you incorporate stuff that isn't necessarily just guitar stuff. If you get like disco and electro stuff that isn't just guitar into your playing, that's good. But for purely guitar, a lot of it is a sort of halfway point between the most sort of. You could tell exactly the sort of teenager I am from this. Halfway between Radiohead, The Strokes, and Queens of the Stone Age, because Queens of the Stone Age have all this like fun. I'll do a wee Queens of the Stone Age style loop for a bit, just to like Queens of the Stone Age is quite a fun thing to sort of play. So you got like that kind of background shit, and then you got this sort of weird lead stuff. That's like very fun to like fuck around with, and you can do like lots of stuff with that, and it's weird enough that it sounds original, but you're still ripping someone off. I used to like throw that into everyone went nuts for No One. Yeah, everyone loves No One Knows. I'm just gonna play it. Fun to play. Just like being back and crying, exactly. Yeah. So those have always been my sort of. It doesn't matter, Harker. I was talking shite. What other instruments do I want to play? The one instrument I've always wanted to play was violin. I always thought I would suit a fiddle. My sister plays the fiddle, and I've always thought I would suit that, but I never learned. I play like mandolin, so I've always thought like mandolin and fiddle are the same sort of fingering. So I've always thought if I did learn, I could, but again, that's time. Do I know any folk? I do know Nick Drake. Yeah, I don't know any Nick Drake songs, but I do like folk. I like a lot of, man. I mean, I know some fucking Dylan. What does Bob Dylan sound like with distortion? Let's hear that now. All right, folks, this is gonna be bad. We're about to hear some Bob Dylan with distortion. Alright. It sounds, it doesn't sound bad. That does not sound too bad. That's I'm gonna say Bob Dylan with distortion doesn't sound too bad. Ain't no use in sitting wondering why, babe. You don't know by now. Ain't no use just sitting wondering why, babe. Well, never did somehow. Never stood across after break of dawn. Look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. That's quite nice. I mean, it is nicer without the distortion. I always really liked the music from Inside Llewyn Davis. This is going to get me cancelled because Marcus Mumford did some of that. And the Punch Brothers. The Punch Brothers are good. But a lot of the music from Inside Llewyn Davis is really nice. If I Had Wings. It's really nice. Yeah, that's some really nice stuff. Lemonheads. Have I heard of Lemonheads? I feel like I've heard of Lemonheads. I feel like I've heard of Lemonheads. Red Gun. I will do that. I'm gonna get another wine first though. We're almost through the wine. We've been going for a few hours. Now I don't know what that is. You know who I really like is Eels. And I realise I sound like a dad from 2006, but I do like Eels. I like a lot of Eels songs. On my Instagram I've got a cover of Railroad Man. That's a nice song. I can't remember how to play that anymore. Eels, and I got my dad a Johnny Cash LP for his birthday a few days ago. It was his birthday. It was his birthday on Monday, but I was back through in Scotland to celebrate it last week, and I got him an LP of Johnny Cash live at Folsom Prison, which is great. There's also Johnny Cash did a cover of I Won't Stand Down by, is it Tom Petty? Or is it Beck? It's either Beck or Tom Petty, I can't remember which. And it's fucking great. I don't even know if I can still play it. Yeah, it won't back. Tom Petty. It's great. I love that song. That's another good one. I sort of when I was up in Scotland, I didn't have my over the pandemic because I got evicted from my flat at the start of the pandemic. I didn't have and I was stuck up in Scotland. I didn't have my guitar, so my electric. So I just learned hundreds of like acoustic guitar songs on my fucking terrible £99 acoustic guitar that I got from a random music shop in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm learning all these like fun acoustic songs, playing Wagon Wheel a lot, trying to make Wagon Wheel sound better. Wagon Wheel is a good song, it gets overplayed. How did I play it? Wagon Wheel stuff. It used to be played all the time in South Carolina because obviously it was. And like at some point, the two things that used to play every night when I was in South Carolina were like this and 500 Miles by the Proclaimers, and also any time I was in there. Everybody Dance Now by the Red Hot Chili Pipers, which was, I just enjoyed how weird that would have been. Harker's right, anyone in the chat, if you haven't already, check out your local tenants or renters unions and join it. I am part of London Renters Union. I missed the first meeting of the year because I was up in Scotland for Dad's birthday, but join your tenants union. Do it. I expect, like, if you like the stuff I talk about on this channel, a lot of it, and you'll notice more of this. Excuse me. You'll notice more of this going on. A lot of it is talking about social reproduction and the value of social reproduction and working in the realms of social reproduction to building class power against capitalism and against the specific kind of capitalism, neoliberal capitalism, that exists right now, and things like tenants unions are especially useful there. They're especially good for forming class movements and for forming a broad-based resistance against the privatization of your means of survival. So if you have one, in the UK we've got Acorn and we've got various renters union. If you're in London, London's renters union will have you there. Otherwise Acorn will be the main one. I'm not sure about other countries, but yeah, join your renters union. Shall we go for another loop? Does anyone want to suggest another loop? Another sort of genre? I've lost my plectrum again. This is going to be a theme. Abolish landlords. Absolutely. Abolish landlords. Oh, fucking hell. Where have I put it? Okay. I'm going to switch off the microphone while I stumble around looking for my plectrum. It was on my desk in front of me. The desk is black. Thrash metal. We're not doing thrash metal. Folks, we're not doing thrash metal. If you want me to do thrash metal, you can super chat for it, but unless that, we're not doing thrash metal. Bossa Nova. See, I'm ignoring the thrash metal, but the Bossa Nova I could go for. I will butcher it in a way that is probably culturally insensitive, but we'll see. Has to be metal. I was never that into metal. Let's see. Big band jazz. You are, what's it, Zonroy, ex-Onroy? You are looking for things to trip me up today. What fucking style do you think one man can play on his 30-second loop pedal? Come on. Let's see. What was it like? Okay, we've got something. We're gonna do something vaguely Spanish. Alright, let's go. Vaguely Spanish. That's right, we're... It sounds like Eagles to me. Yeah, well, the Eagles were vaguely Spanish. Yeah, fuck you. We'll do... We'll add some fucking flair to it. You'll all be Antonio Banderas by the end of this. Do some ska on the go. I've talked about this on stream before. Ska is the most maligned fucking genre, and there's no reason for it, because ska, two-tone ska reggae is good. It's just good music, especially, and if you're someone who lives in London, especially, like two-tone ska is good. Will we go back to the? Let's see if we can do some fucking. Let's do some fucking ska. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Neo HN, do I write my own music? I do. Let me put in chat my Bandcamp page. I have a Bandcamp page that has some music that is about 3 or 4 years old at this point. I need to update it. Need to make some more. But yeah, I'll put it in chat. There you go. Ska, it needs an entire brass section. Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna be able to do ska. I need to sort of fucking... Do I play any other instruments? I do. I play... what do I play? I play a bit of piano, drums, mandolin. I used to play trombone. Don't know if I can anymore. I sing as well. A bit of bass. Yeah, a few things. I was in the middle of something and I got distracted. Let's see. Let's do something. Let's do something. Let's try something interesting. I'm gonna. I heard that too. Antonio Banderas got his big break. Yes, I heard that. Very interesting. I will maintain Antonio Banderas is probably the sexiest man who's maybe ever lived. And that just plays into it. You can quote me on that, by the way. If I'm happy to be quoted on anything in the stream, it's that Antonio Banderas is the sexiest man who's ever lived. I'm gonna, forgoing genre, I'm gonna see what just comes out the guitar now. Alright, let's see where this goes. My Antonio Banderas take attracted bots. I mean, he is the sexiest man on the planet, so that's what's gonna happen, isn't it? They heard about Banderas and they heard about the thirst. We've got some Banderas inspired thirst tracks on the go here. Let's see how thirsty we can make this track. Can we make this track more thirsty? Now that's a thirsty track. This is a track that has some thirst to it. Bad Mouse, what did you miss? You missed a series of Doctor Who rants. You missed talking about how Antonio Banderas is the sexiest man who has ever lived, maybe will ever live. And that's what we're at now. Not sure what else we've talked about. I'm almost finished a bottle of wine. We're just getting some fucking thirsty music on for Banderas. Doctor Who complaints. We got some more music. We got some demonstrations of Queens of the Stone Age style guitar. Got some Bob Dylan with distortion. Yeah, it's been a fun stream. I might have a whiskey after I finish this wine, and we'll see what happens. Now let's try and let's do something sexy with this guitar. That sounded wrong. Ignore that. Those chords need to be louder. Hey, Charles Raintree, thank you for the super chat. That's very kind of you. Anything you want from this stream, you can get. That's how we're doing things. Should get like a pitch shift pedal. See if I can get some bass on the go there. There's so many things I'd love to get. One of the things that got me through good soup. One of the things that got me through early lockdown, before I had like friends to Zoom with, before I like an established Zoom, was thank you Liz, thanks for joining. Always a pleasure. So one of the things that got me through early pandemic was Mark Rebelli and his streams. Sorry, I think was his streams. So I'd love to get like a pitch shift pedal to get some bass in. I'd love to get like a small keyboard to do some fucking synth stuff. The Flamingo guy, I don't know what the Flamingo guy, the guy who does the song Bisexual Jesus, which is probably the greatest people thought. Hey, CGAO, what is up? Welcome to the stream. We're just chilling out. So yeah, I'd like to get some. I mean, ideally, I'd like to get a bass guitar if I could afford one. I'd like to get some like keyboards and some fucking synth stuff. Oh, Panda, that is, yeah. I mean, I get that. In many ways, I was very lucky with the first lockdown. I was evicted during it, but I was up staying with my parents when I was evicted, so I just got the comfort of living with my parents, which was nice. But yeah, living with your parents is nice in a lot of ways, but you need something to get you through. And Mark Rebellier was what got me through. Get a gear for music. I mean, like there's a couple issues. There's like, I genuinely don't have all that much money. Like, I don't like have spare money to throw around on buying a bass. If there's things I need to get, it won't be a bass guitar. But things I would like to get, you know, those like square pad synthesizer things where you can create drum beats and things like that. I like that, and like a better loop pedal. Like, I think it would be fun if we managed to get streams like this into much more of like a sort of chiller version of what Mark Rebellier does, where we can get some like synth stuff on the go, get some different style music on the go, sit and chat, just do what we want. Like, the guitar is good, but it's limited as an instrument. I'm moving out to go to college or uni next year. I'm so scared. Hey, lollipops, don't be scared. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll get friends. You'll get people to live with. I had such a good time when I left home to go to university. My first year of university was one of the best times of my life. You will have a very good time. Good luck, but yeah, you'll enjoy that. If there is a time for a fresh start, it's when you move out to go to university. Harker, I'm going to push back on you for 1 second, because I think one of the best things I did was in university was not get involved in student politics, because student politics is bad, and it will drain your soul. My advice to you would be to just enjoy your time there. Just relax, don't worry about what people think of you, because there's always people around, interesting people around to have chats with, to make friends with. You don't like your flatmates that you're living with, there's thousands of other people to talk to. You'll be fine, and you'll enjoy it. Welcome to the stream. You've missed a lot of bullshit. We've got a nice track going on in the background. I'm enjoying this track a lot, actually. It's very chill. I feel like I should do something that's not in the key of A, just to prove that I can play something that isn't in the key of A. And yeah, I'm enjoying this. That's my wine done. But I'm gonna pour myself a wee whiskey. So I'll leave you for 1 second while I pour myself a little whiskey, and then I'll be back. How are we doing? Oh, the folk tunes. You know, let's do some folk stuff. Fuck it, let's do some folk stuff. I'm gonna do a little bit of jamming because I'm enjoying these chords a lot. So, I'm gonna a little bit, and then we'll get some folk stuff. I've got some stuff to say about folk. Some Scottish trad. What kind of person would I be? A Scottish person who's played in Ceilidh bands, Shetland heritage. Understands some trad stuff. If I play guitar and stream and I didn't do some trad stuff. So we'll get to that in a minute. Drop D. I can give you some drop D in a little bit. Let's do some fucking trad stuff. So the particular sort of trad stuff I know best, Scottish trad stuff, is Shetland stuff, because my mum's from Shetland, and every year we went up and we did like I did a lot of guitar tutorials, and Shetland guitar is quite an interesting sort of thing, because a lot of like Ceilidh guitar music is very loose. So take like a reel. If you've got like a reel's like 6/8. A lot standard Scottish reel would be like it's a bad tone. That would be like a very standard, what my guitar teacher would call like BBC Alba style guitar playing for a reel. But for a Shetland reel, a jig, excuse me, that would be a jig. 6/8 is a jig. For a reel, it'd be 4/4, and Shetland stuff is very like. For like the 6/8 it'd be like. So it's incredibly jazzy and like really strangely kind of, it's like a really unique kind of guitar playing that you don't really get in like that many other types of like music. It's like really so one of the like main influences of Shetland guitar style is a guy called Peary Willie, who's someone that my grandparents knew. He died about 10 years ago or so. But he was like the main sort of progenitor of Shetland guitar music. Because previously it was all like fiddle and accordion, and he took so much influence from country and western music, and that's interesting in itself because. Country and western music, and specifically country and western guitar, is all like developed from this weird mishmash of Scottish and Irish influences within the Appalachian mountains mixed with black jazz music as it came up from like Louisiana. So you got all these weird like the pattern that Peary Willie would use, like. That's just like a classic. That is just a country and western pattern, but he like sped up and added these weird jazz chords to it, and it became like a sort of whole completely different style. And it's just an incredibly like interesting sort of development in guitar playing. Like a lot of Ceilidh guitar playing is really boring. It's like, you know, you play a Ceilidh song that's like fucking 1/4/5, is it? Or it's like, it's just keep it as percussive. But Peary Willie took the percussive element and just made it like, we're gonna do some fucking weird shit. Just like adding some jazz chords and some weird, strange shit in there. And my teacher when I was up in Shetland, a guy who was in a band called Homebrew, I've forgotten his name. How have I forgotten his name? That's terrible. I shouldn't have forgotten his name. He used to say that him and all the other like guitar players up in Shetland would go and watch Peary Willie when he played at the Lounge Bar in Lerwick, and Willie would recognise, he would understand, he'd know that they were like watching him for tips. So he'd like fire in weird chord shapes just to throw them off. Just to like wind them up. Like he'd realise that they were looking for like the next chord. So say the next chord was like an A, he'd like play a fucking random A chord somewhere like up here or like down there, but in a weird configuration, just to like fucking throw them off. So you all had to learn how to be incredibly good with your thumb, and that's an interesting thing as well. Hendrix did that as well. Lots of thumb work. So if you like, do I still know how to play Purple Haze? A lot of Hendrix stuff is like thumb hooked over. Oh, I don't know. Not how to play that anymore, but you know that's the sort of similar sort of hooked over thumb jazz chord kind of stuff, and it's a weird kind of configuration. There's our fucking lecture about a random piece of shit that nobody cares about for the evening. But I do enjoy the sort of BBC ABBA kind of like guitar style. It's quite a nice thing to play along to if you go, oh, I'm kind of out of tune, give me a minute. It's quite a fun thing to play along to, that sort of BBC ABBA style. Oh, I changed an E string today because it broke, so we're all a bit slightly out of tune. Oh, we're good. So, like, you can do some fun stuff with like. Hold on. Forgot this was only a 30-second loop, so we're not going to be able to do anything interesting, but here we go again. So like lots of like fun stuff. Yeah, that's music to frolic to. So that, you know, that some fucking you've got a wee fucking Scottish country lecture on your hands this stream. Oh man, I guess we've been going for over 2 hours now. I guess we should probably reach the end of the stream at this point. Unless anyone's got any pressing things that they want to impose upon me. Anything that they want me to play. Or I don't know. That's so you play guitar. Drink some wine for me, because I can't also play any pop. I never liked pop punk. I finished the wine, we're on whiskey now. Harker, we're not playing the Internationale. What's a proper Scottish farewell? I mean, just saying bye. There's power in the union. I'm not gonna fucking play any union song. This isn't the vibe that we're doing right now. We're just chilling out. Whiskey does work, yeah. I was like the Fleetwood Mac song. This song always spoke to me. Hold on, I'm too drunk to actually play it. Don't matter what the state I'm in, I can't sing, ain't pretty, and my legs are thin. Don't ask me what I think of you, you might not get the answer that you wanted to. That song always spoke to me, because I can't sing, I ain't pretty, and my legs are thin. Cara the Catbot, you have come in at a time when I am a bottle of wine and a glass of whiskey deep, so there are no smartness here, we are just fucking about. I never knew Gaelic. Oidich math. Never learned it. I always got frustrated when Postman Pat came on in Gaelic. Am I a Scot? Yep. That's yep. I'm always wearing a kilt. Alright, we're gonna get one more loop in. If only I had a good political takes as my guitar playing. Hey, welcome Catbot. You can check this out. So we're not doing anything very important here. We've not really spoken. Yeah, there's no smartness here. We're not really spoken about much smartness. We're just chilling. My streams don't contain any smartness really. I think we're nearing the end of it, so I think what we're gonna do is do one last loop. Fountain of information. Aye, sure. We're gonna do one last loop. We're gonna make it fairly chill. Let's try and make it a bit different. We could make it a bit sad. Do you want to do some like fucking blues? We've not done any blues tonight. Let's do some fucking blues, man. Let's see what happens. Let's get fucking cheesy, man. Let's get some fucking cheesy. For Antonio Banderas, the sexiest man on the planet. Let's get a bit cheesy. Let's see what comes up. I mean, we know what comes up, but let's see what comes up. I'm honestly just waiting for capitalism to end. It's gotten pretty stale in the most recent seasons, like The Simpsons. Gonna be honest, yeah, it should have ended at least 40 years ago. All right, let's get some fucking blues on the go. We're gonna, oh, folks, we're gonna get cheesy. It's over 30 seconds. My goddamn fucking loop pedal. I need a loop pedal that does more than 30 seconds. One more time. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to increase the tempo of this fucking shit because it's too slow. We have to. Oh, someone got COVID. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I hope that you're okay and you feel. Take some rest. Use it as an excuse to make people wait hand and foot for you. Okay, we're gonna have to speed the tempo up here. There we go. That's how we do it. Oh, the bots are back. Welcome, bots. We're playing some blues. Yeah, that's some fucking mad blues there for you. Whichever knows, the time limit for this stream is the amount of whiskey that's left in this glass. The day me and your mama, yeah, this is it's a bit like that. Once this whiskey finishes, that's when the stream ends. So you got some time. Hey Annabelle, thanks for coming along. Have a good rest of your day. HAL970FX. Thank you for the super chat. Any requests for a style or anything you want, just fucking fire it the way. That's the privilege of the super chat. Well, them fingers do hardcore. That is right. All right, we're gonna do one more loop, and I'm gonna let someone choose it. So, what are the options? What would you like? Something chill, something dancey, or something bluesy? Those are the three options. Someone's gonna get to choose that. Sound off in chat about what you'd rather: chill, dancey, bluesy. For the last loop. We'll see what turns up. Not dancing. Okay. Got some ideas for bluesy. We can do that another thing of bluesy. Chill or bluesy. Okay. Yeah, chill or bluesy seems like a good way to go off. I'll give it. Okay, we'll give it another. Oh, we've got a dancey in the chat. All right. I wonder if I can combine boozy. Oh, we're already boozy. I just hiccuped. Dance. Let's see. I wonder if I can combine something dancey and chill. Let's see. Let's see if we can do that. Just for Panda. Panda's been good. The whiskey's gone, so this is for real the last thing. So we'll see what happens. Let's try and make something. We'll try and make something kind of chill but kind of dancey. Let's see what happens. Is that dancey enough? Do you think that's dancey enough? I await your response. I can dance to this. Real dance to this. What key is this in? What key is this in? Is it G major? G minor? Let's go with G minor.
fucked up. I'll go back to it. I forgot it. I'll make something else.
that's probably it for tonight. We got some good plays in today. We got some good chats in about some of the good Doctor Who shit in. I hope everyone had a good stream. I'm a little bit drunk. That's absolutely the intent of these streams. Me getting drunk. It seems like the intent of these streams these days is for me to get drunk and to say some shit that I wouldn't normally say, and I feel that's probably dangerous, but also I kind of enjoy it. It's also quite fun just to sort of fucking play guitar again. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Is this something, chat, sound off, is this something that you would like to see again? Me just fucking about every now and again on guitar. Cancel John, yeah, cancel me. It'll be really good for me if you cancel me. John Frusciante stuff, yeah, I could probably pull some John Frusciante shit out my fucking arse. Oh, that's good. I'll have to get practicing because it's been a while since I've played, so I'll be able to get some variation on the go. Maybe we can get some heavier stuff going on in future. This was a very chilled stream, I feel. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Aidan, I'm very glad. That sounds great. Can't get live music otherwise. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad this went well. We'll do this again. 2 weeks from now we'll do another stream and I'll crack out the guitar again. And we can maybe do some other shit. Yeah. Oh my god, Lisa, fucking hell. That is incredibly kind. You get the first shout on what the next stream's vibe is. You get the first call on that. All right, we'll do. I'll do 2 minutes more of solo because I'm enjoying this, and then we'll call it a day. Cheers, folks. Cheers, folks. See you next time.